I did not hear yours clap. I never
It
hear you
registered.
clap. Right.
Well, anyway. Hello, and welcome back to the CW.
Also known
With
as Cubs
me,
and Wives.
I mean, the two people that listen. With me, Nani.
And our money.
Woo!
Woo!
They're cousins and their wives. Don't you know they're the cousin wives? With our money and I need to. Who knows what the hell they're gonna do? Don't wanna listen, well, it's true and bad. One of them laughs while the other gets mad. Check your man and check if it's butter. Cause this show ain't like no other. It's cousin wives.
Today, we're going to talk about the gay agenda.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
LGBTQ community and the transphobia that's going on right now. Because I feel like we need to talk about it. Because people are going crazy. And I hate people, so just get it.
As we stated.
As we've stated multiple times. Adriana, how was your week? I haven't seen you in like a week since our last recording.
So my week.
How was your week, actually? How was your week? I don't think I asked you.
My week was good. I know we didn't cover that. My week was good. A lot of shenanigans at work. I don't know if I told you, but we had little like Easter eggs and I put them in my shirt and I was like,
oh my god! Oh yeah, you mentioned it.
And then also I did that, and then I had my coworkers play the line.
Jump in the line.
Shake, shake, shake.
Oh girl, no? I watched Beetlejuice when I was a child. I don't remember.
We'll rewatch it because that's the song that I played as I shook,
that
ass. I was shaking it in the front with the receptionist and she was dying. Yeah, that ass. I shook
that ass.
That too. Oh yeah, I put them in my pocket and I was walking around and people were like, "What the hell's in your ass?" And I was like, "How I haven't gotten fired or like sent to HR beyond."
I don't know how you've gone away with all this harassment.
Everyone does it in the office. No, everyone does it. I'm really? Like I'm the worst, but yeah, everyone.
You're the worst. Don't admit it.
Oh, and then I was helping a parent, and I was giving them her email, and I was like, okay, so it starts with E as in Sam. E as in Sam.
E as in Sam?
Yes, that's what I said, and I was like,
oh my god. No, you did that shit on purpose. You're like,
no, I didn't, dude. My brain just like, I don't know what happened. I think because I had given her like info before that and I spelled it out. I don't know. But yeah, it's been busy for me. I have to get backpacks together like about 1,200.
Oh, only?
Yeah, only. Literally for every child in our program. And it's just me and my coworker, Jody. Shout out to Jody! Woo!
Jody, woo!
It's just us two putting all those backpacks together by choice because I don't like when other people help because it's too long. So then I like when it's just to get it done. And yeah, how was your week?
Yeah, I went another week without bullying or harassing anyone, so that's good.
Oh, that's nice.
If I pull some of the shit in the office that you do, I would immediately gotten fired.
Mm-hmm.
But this last week was okay. Work is fine. Honestly, I spend most of my time like planning our vacation for next month, and we just booked everything yesterday, so I'm very excited for that.
Nobody ever picks
you. I mean, girl, can you afford it? I want to plan we want to plan a Vegas trip next year with you guys and our friends.
Yes, you probably should start planning that now because
yeah, because y'all need to save.
You really do.
With those $2. $2.
Please share this podcast and leave money.
Please.
And if anyone wants feet pics, hit me up.
Oh my god.
I can customize them. Whatever that means.
Yeah, but nothing too eventful.
That's fun though. I want to go.
So we want to talk about the quote unquote gay agenda that is um, overcoming this country. um, Aside from like personal belief, I think a lot of it stems, or at least the homophobia and the transphobia that we're seeing, which it's 2023 and there's still homophobia and transphobia in this society.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's crazy to me. I'm just like, girl, we've been through this. Like, what? Move on.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of it stems from like religious homophobia, because the Bible famously says that man shall not lie down with man, which is interesting enough. And I mentioned in the notes the original quote, or the original verse said, and again, please let me know if I'm wrong, or if I am right, let me know, because I haven't
I'm
been
sure
to
you're
church,
right.
and I haven't touched the Bible in 20 or so years.
'Cause she'll burn.
But I'm pretty sure the original text said, "Men shall not lie down with a child like they do with the woman," or something to that effect. But then someone was like, "No, we're gonna change that," and they changed it to "Men shall not lie down with another man," which is, disturbing. The fact that you had to change it. So we can excuse pedophilia, but being gay, girl,
horrible.
no, girl,
Yeah,
straight to hell.
Yeah, but it's okay if you go around lying with children. That's perfectly fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, no, that's fine. We'll let it pass. That's why we let our padres do it. That's
fine. It's the two adult men
that consensually
live together. That's a sin, not the child molestation. It's the two men.
No, there's
nothing.
I don't see a problem with that at all.
Yeah, it's like I said in the previous episode. It's just overlooked abuse, but when it comes to like non-issues like LGBT, like people being LGBT, it like they'll like scream about it for days, but not about actual issues. I don't know.
No, I don't understand why it bugs them so much.
I don't know. It's
like God's not over here smiting people and all that, so I'm sure they should be fine. I don't know why it bugs you so much. Yeah. Stay in your fucking lane.
Exactly. But we wanted to talk about it because there's been a lot of issues currently, specifically with transphobia, and we'll get to that in a bit. I don't know who specifically said this, but I heard someone did say this, and there may be some truth to it. I did hear someone say once that straight men don't like gay men because then they'll be treated like women, if that made sense. So how straight a lot of like horrible straight men treat women. So that's just a little sexism in there too. Why not? We're already going through all the phobias, so let's include sexism as well. But yeah, a lot of specifically straight men, and there's also straight women as well that are like uncomfortable with the idea of like same-sex relationships, and I'm just like, girl, it's none of your concern. You're not in the relationship. Why do you care?
You shouldn't. You should not. But I feel like a lot of people are so open with like 2 women versus 2 men also.
Yeah. Funny enough, I you're right.
Right?
It's like 2 men like making out is the worst thing in the world. But 2 women making out is the hottest thing ever.
Yes.
And I don't know if it stems from like, I mean, obviously there's a double standard there. I don't know if it stems just from like pornography, because you see a lot of pornography like that is just specifically like girl on girl action that eventually leads into a threesome.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, if you're gonna be homophobic to everybody. I mean, don't be
Exactly.
homophobic at all, obviously, but
No, but I know what you mean. Like, that's so. It's just it doesn't make sense.
yeah, I've heard a
You're
lot
just
of
picking and choosing.
like queer women say like they've gotten approached by guys when they're with their girlfriends that are like, "Oh, that's so hot. Can
Yeah,
I
it's
join
disgusting.
in?"
Huh?
Blah blah blah, and I'm like,
The disrespect,
bro, the
dude.
disrespect, the
That's disgusting.
inconsistency. Oh god. I think just some people are just gross. I mean, not to say that women don't fetishize gay men either, because with the whole yaoi thing, the boys
Mm-hmm.
love, um,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a little bit more subtle,
Yeah.
but definitely a double standard.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Um, but yeah, I feel like most of it does stem from like religious beliefs that being gay is a sin. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so people use the Bible and they use their beliefs to justify their hate for it. Um, bad people are gonna do what they're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't. Did you read my notes?
Yes.
Again, people use religion to justify their beliefs and their hatred, even though being gay isn't even one of the top 10 sins.
Yes.
It's not like in the 10 Commandments. There's like nothing about being gay.
No.
So like, I feel like God doesn't even care.
No.
He doesn't give a shit.
No, he doesn't. You're supposed to love everyone.
Yeah.
So obviously you guys are already not on the right path. You're
No.
hating so much.
I did recently hear like a story of a gay woman who also happens to be Mexican,
Okay.
where she I think she realized later in her life that she's gay, so she started dating this woman and ended up being engaged to her, and so when
You're
she
talking
told
about
her,
Arthea? I'm just kidding.
no girl,
Uh-huh.
that's another story.
Okay, uh-huh.
No, it's not her, but
Okay.
she got engaged and she went to go tell
Uh-huh.
her dad, and when
Okay.
her dad found out, um, he was very homophobic about it, but I think he specifically said, um, like something like, well, if you eventually have children, there's gonna be no man there, and apparently that's worse. Like two women raising a child is worse than two men. So,
Okay.
which I thought it was. I mean, obviously, it's a
Give me
horrible
his
thing to
number.
say.
Give me
I
his
thought that
number.
was very interesting though, because the machismo really hit. You know,
It really,
like
yes.
okay, if you're gonna be okay, son, if you're gonna be gay, fine, as long as there's a man there, is fine.
No,
And then
don't
you
worry, Dad. There's gonna be two men. Oh, okay, mijo, that's fine.
yeah, but then your daughter tells you the same thing, but it's two women. Suddenly, it's the worst thing. I don't know.
That is the dumbest.
I don't know. That's a very weird thing to say.
Dude, my petty ass would have put on a strap on and gone back home and be like, "Are we good now? We good? Oh, okay, cool, cool, cool."
Yeah. So I
What
don't
the
know.
hell, bro? That just made me so angry.
Yeah, that's. I'll try to send you the video. I forget
Please?
where I saw it. I'm yeah. If I find the video, I'll send it to you. But that
Yes.
was crazy, and yeah,
That pissed me off.
yeah.
Why would you do that?
Anyways, let's um.
Yeah.
So another reason why I wanted to talk about this topic is because
Mm-hmm.
um some of the people in my life that I love the most in this world are part of the
Mm-hmm.
LGBT community or identify as
Mm-hmm.
queer. So I do take this
Mm-hmm.
issue very, very seriously and personally.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
the moments that I start hearing homophobic shit, my hands are up before I even realize it. I'm like, well, girl, you gonna catch these hands? Come here, you
Mm-hmm.
know. Like, it's
Yep.
just, and like, regardless of what you believe, what you believe in, whether it stems from like personal belief or religious beliefs, um, you, like, there shouldn't be, how should I say this? Um, it doesn't matter when it comes to like laws and policies,
Mhm.
what type of religion you subscribe to.
Mhm.
Because at the end of the day, if you take away um, equal rights specifically for marriage, you're infringing on other people's rights.
Yep.
You're taking away other people's rights just because
Mhm.
you think that it's bad, even though in reality it's not. If that makes sense?
No, it does.
Like, marriage should be, or by law, it's between two consenting adults, regardless of sex or gender, or at least that's how it should be.
Mhm.
And government, despite like certain states, is very secular, or at least it should be very secular. So what you
Mhm.
believe and what your Christian beliefs are, who cares?
Who
Girl,
cares?
it
That's
don't
your beliefs.
it don't matter. It does not
The thing
matter.
is, yeah, like it doesn't matter what you think. It's what you do with your beliefs that matters. Like if you're
Yeah.
over here acting upon those very messed up thoughts that you have, trying to stop others to live the life that you're living when they don't have the same beliefs and values as you, like that's when it becomes an issue. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with you believing whatever you want. It's
Yeah.
when you start imposing and shoving it down everyone else's throat that
Yeah.
that's when it becomes a problem.
Like, not everyone adheres to your beliefs.
No, and they
So,
shouldn't have to.
yeah. So, and I'm only mentioning this because some states seem to want to roll back certain like policies that have been passed, like marriage
Mm-hmm.
equality, trans rights, even women's rights
Mm-hmm.
too, like abortion, um,
Ridiculous.
being pro-choice and pro-life.
Uh-huh.
But so one of the main arguments I hear too is that, but this country was founded on Christian beliefs. Um, like, were you there in the 1700s? I mean, granted, sure. The whole no stealing, no killing.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, you can see that in the Bible too. But you can also see those types of policies and laws in other countries that are non-Christian too. Um, like in Asian countries, in African countries, you know, they have similar laws where you like the whole point is to not be an asshole. And that's the whole point of government, is to protect your rights or protect us from each other and our property.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least that's what I feel the law should be. Um,
But were you there?
were you there?
I wish.
Are you who's one of the founding fathers? Are you Thomas Jefferson? Girl,
Yeah,
I
for
didn't
you,
know.
baby.
I
That
didn't know
could
you.
be.
Please no. Thomas Jefferson was awful.
I know.
Wasn't he the one that like had a bunch of slaves and like raped most of them and was a pedo too? Mm.
Yeah, I think that was him. So for you, baby, I would never be. Man, if you're listening, fuck you.
Honestly.
Wait, where's La Ouija?
Lyle? Not the Ouija board.
I'm just kidding.
You summon,
I'm kidding.
you use the Ouija board to like to summon Thomas Jefferson just to tell him fuck you.
Fuck you.
No, I
Oh
don't want
my
that man. I don't want
god.
that man back. The fuck?
I'm
I don't.
kidding. Well, I do just like tell him fuck you.
He's one of the people that deserves to be in hell. Full heartedly deserves to be down there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to mention like a very brief like little thing when I was younger. So I didn't know what gay was or what that meant until I was like 9, 10. And I heard it,
Okay.
and I was in class, and I heard someone say it. Someone call someone else, "Oh, you're gay." And I'm like, "Gay? The fuck that mean?" So later that day, I went home and I asked my dad. I'm like, "Dad, what's gay? What does that mean?" And like, rather than give me like a definition, he was like, "It's a sin." And I'm like, "What?"
Write that down. Write that down.
He was straight up like, "Kaylee, that's a sin. Um, it's when you like someone of the same gender, or the same sex, and you're gonna go to hell if you're gay." So for a brief, I will admit this because we all have faults. For a brief second, because of what my dad told me, and then later, you see it. I started hearing like homophobia more in the church. For a a very brief second, I thought I was just like, "Oh, gay is a sin," because that's what I was told. Obviously,
Which
that's not
isn't
true.
our fault.
It's
Yeah.
It's not our fault, but it's also like I feel guilt because I'm like, how could I have been so stupid to just like blindly agree with him?
Well,
Especially
because this is your parents. Like, you trust that they have your best interest and that they have all the answers.
yeah,
But it's not until we grow up. Like, one thing is to believe it for a little bit, but then it's up to you to find out more information and learn about the world, and that's your responsibility once you're old enough to see what's right and wrong, and then go out on your own and see what life is really about versus what your parents just told you.
Yeah.
So I mean, yes, there is that guilt of thinking that way, but then again, you have to remember, like, you were young. The only information you really got was from your parents, but then you grew up and you changed your way of thinking.
Yeah.
I
guess that's what matters the most.
Yes.
Is that even if you are wrong, if you're able to grow out of that and see that it's or the belief that what is right, and yeah. So I still want to like apologize. I mean, I was never like outright homophobic towards anyone, even at a young age, because it was like, well, that's what my dad said, but I wasn't actively like, "Oh, you're gay, you're gonna go to hell," because I was a very quiet kid,
right.
and I had no friends, so people thought it was weird.
No, shut up.
That's a topic for another time, though. But yeah, I think a lot of people are taught homophobia at a young age.
Oh yeah,
which is very unfortunate.
Because your first teachers are your parents.
Yeah.
Like, they're your first teachers.
Yeah,
and you just believe everything that they say.
That is true. Unfortunately, unless you have really good parents, then
please comment and let us know what that's like.
Please let us know what that's like, and if they're open to adopting a 30-year-old woman.
Make that 230.
Yeah, it was just, again, I think I just feel that guilt sometimes because later on when
it makes sense.
Yeah, a very close family member of mine ended up letting me know or admitted to me that they were in a same-sex relationship, and I was like, I think I was like 15, 16 at the time, and it was actually very nice too, because at that point, that's when we started getting a lot closer. I think we went to the park and we were like walking around, and they just told me, and it was very nice. So yeah, and then again, like I mentioned before, there's a lot of close people to me that are also part of the queer community, so I will defend the community till I die. I have their back. I will throw hands if I have to.
She really will. She'll probably fill up the sock with butter and start swinging it around.
Oh, man. Butter?
Yeah.
You think that'll hurt?
Yeah, before it melts.
Wouldn't it be better if you, like, put pennies?
No, butter.
Butter?
Butter.
Girl, I don't know. I've never
Butter
actually
and
fought
honey.
anyone. Unless it's
Oh,
my siblings. I fought them, but like
wow.
I'd get in trouble
I've never.
afterwards.
Oh, I've never fought anyone.
We should fight someone.
Why? I don't like pain.
I feel like it'd be funny.
What?
I get my ass beat, obviously, but like,
Wow, I don't want to have black eyes and stuff.
no. Anyways, what were we talking about?
About throwing hands.
Throwing hands for the LGBT community. Another thing that we wanted to talk about is the rampant transphobia in this country and how we're not really here for it. So when I noticed it, I know it's probably way before, but there has been large corporations that have been using trans people as their like,
oh my gosh, I hate that.
as like their spokesperson.
Yeah,
I think, or like they've been partnered up with them. So two notable examples would be Hershey's chocolate using Faye Johnstone.
I love Hershey.
I think she was featured on one of their candy bars for a limited time for International Women's Day last month. And another one would be with Dylan Mulvaney. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong.
It's a microwave.
I hate you. Another one would be with Dylan and how Bud Light partnered up with her to promote some of the products, or to promote the beer essentially. And of course, a lot of people have been having issues with it. Personally, I don't understand what the hate is about. Regardless of what you believe in, whether you think being trans is also a sin or right or wrong, regardless of what you believe, I think that in general, large corporations will use what's popular to promote their products. So I think corporations themselves don't really care if trans people have rights, because ultimately corporations are the devil, in my opinion. And those are the
Agreed.
I just don't trust them. And
Agreed.
and people are like mad because they use the trans woman to promote their products. And I'm like, okay, but why aren't you mad with like other actual issues that corporations are doing, like polluting the environment, wage theft, not paying their workers' rights, stuff like that? Like, where's the outrage there? You know? I don't know.
Because they're stupid. They're stupid, simple-minded morons.
Yeah, it's just, in this country, for the most part, you have the right to be who you want to be. As long as you're not hurting anyone or stealing anyone else's property, you can do what you want, essentially.
You also have the right to remain silent, so please shut the F up, because I don't want to hear all that nonsense coming out of your mouth.
So like, yeah, so and that is extended to everybody that lives in this country, including LGBT plus people, trans people. They have the right to live how they want to live, without any sort of like government intervention or the government prohibiting that. So I don't know. I feel like this is such a non-issue to me. I don't know. There are other issues in this country that should be worth your time
spending
more,
all this
if that makes sense.
effort and yes,
yeah,
like y'all are. The world is in the state that it's in because of y'all morons.
Yeah, like it's
period.
And this happens a lot too. People pay attention to like things that are not important or non-issues. I don't know. Like
simple-minded morons.
I don't know. I keep thinking of like the derailment of those trains in Ohio, like right down the street from where you live. How there was there was like a massive explosion there because a lot of chemicals fell over in the train, and people are like still like dealing with that. Like the locals are still dealing with that. Adriana is still dealing with that.
Girl, some of it touched my feet, and I'm growing 10 toes out of one of my big toes.
Like, I don't know. I think the whole point I'm trying to make is let people live their lives. They're not like disturbing you in any way. If you're not trans or you're not gay and you think both of them are a sin, then don't be trans and don't be gay. It's not that hard.
And there you go.
And go live your life. Like, go touch grass. Go make some music. Like, just I don't know.
Live and let live. Like,
honestly, it's
bro.
I don't know. It's crazy to me.
People are so stupid, simple-minded.
Yeah.
Man, I'm getting mad just thinking about it. If you're listening,
yeah.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. I think the stupidest part of all this is like I've seen like videos of like people destroying like some of the products they bought of this company. For example, I've seen people like dumping all their Bud Light down the sink after they bought the Bud Light, and I'm like, you still gave these.
Thank you.
You still gave these corporations your money. What the fuck are you doing?
The corporations are like drying their tears with the money you paid them for the product you're dumping into the sink.
It makes no fucking sense to me. Like
moron.
Like
like they think they're huge. Like they think they're making such a huge statement, but it's like you're a fucking idiot, bro.
You're not.
You're so stupid.
You sound dumb and you look dumb.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I will say this: people can support, boycott, and buy whatever from whatever companies they want. That is your right to do so. But don't be an idiot. If you're gonna boycott a corporation after you bought all their beer, girl, that's on you.
It really is. You need to rethink some of your choices there, buddy.
Honestly. Yeah. Like I mentioned, large corporations are the devil. Rather than focusing on these types of issues, let's focus on stuff that are actually affecting the country.
Exactly.
Like corporate greed, child labor, because apparently child labor is coming back. Like
what?
I know it. Like they want to pass laws to let like kids work, and I'm like, what?
How much are you gonna pay them?
I don't know. Like, I mean, in some states, the minimum wage is still $7. That's crazy. How does anyone live on $7 an hour? So
I no idea.
They don't. Those are actual issues you should be focusing on if you actually give a shit about this country. You're letting corporations do what they want, but you're focusing on one person that they decide to partner with. It's I don't know. It's
y'all need to get your priorities straight. Really.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, one more thing I wanna mention. And again it relates to the whole inconsistency and hypocrisy I see in the Christian religion. It's a lot of conservatives, or at least conservative Christians, that argue left and right that the earth is only 60 years old and evolution is not real and science is bullshit, will immediately turn around when it comes to a trans person, immediately turn around and say shit like, oh, you don't believe in science? Or you don't believe in biology? Bitch, you don't believe in science!
You don't either! Fuck out of here!
That's the shit that makes me so angry. If you're gonna believe in something, or you're gonna believe in something, be consistent with it, you know?
They're just blinded by hate.
Yeah, honestly. Like, I'd respect you more if you just said, I don't like that. Like, I don't respect you, but, like, at least you're honest, you know? And it's the inconsistency that I that gets me heated so much. And it's the same
Yep.
thing with abortion. With people that are pro-life, that will do anything to make sure that child is born, but literally will do
And then,
nothing to actually make sure that child is in a safe environment,
yep.
and that they will not pass laws to ensure that like children in lower like poor communities make sure like they have food and the schooling that they
Yes.
need to thrive. Like, you don't give a shit about these kids. For some reason you're
No.
super against abortion because you probably hate women, but you don't care about these children. And they constantly say it's murder. I'm just like, well, murder, okay, if the child is born, what are you going to do after? Nothing. You're going to do
Nothing.
absolutely nothing. So that child is going to grow up in probably a broken home, or not in a good, like, supportive background, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to
No,
grow up,
yeah.
yeah. They're not going to reach their full potential. So really, you don't actually give a shit about these children.
No, you just want people to follow what you want, and then
Yeah.
that's it. Get your way, and then you're done.
Yeah.
Typical man.
Yeah, it I don't know, pro-life, like, unless you're very much like, oh, let's do what we can to help women not be at that point where they have to consider abortion, if that makes sense. Let's fund programs that are very much pro like preconception, like condoms,
Mm-hmm.
birth control. Let's do everything that we can in order to prevent an unwanted pregnancy in the first place, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if that's what you're advocating to me, oh, for sure, I'm on board. I'd be more pro-life if you were like that. But you're not, because you're anti-contraceptives, you're anti-condoms, you're anti-anything that has to do with sex.
Yeah.
Like, make it make sense, you know? I don't know.
I can't. I wish I could, but I can't.
I don't know, man. It's... anyways, in conclusion, respect people. That's it. That's all you really have to do.
In conclusion,
Mind your business.
mind your business. And fuck you, mean people.
Yep. Meanies.
Meanie weenies.
Meanie weenies. Do you want...
No, but for real.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want what?
I was gonna
want a hot
say...
dog now.
low-key, me too. I was gonna say the same thing.
One brain cell.
Yeah, but... And do you have anything else to add?
Not really.
Not really.
I feel like you said it all.
Yep. It's hot in here now. That's how mad I got.
Dang. Girl, I get really mad just thinking about it. I'm just thinking about people in general just being messed up for no reason.
Yeah.
And then shaming others for having different beliefs than they do.
It's giving narcissism. Did I say that right? Narcissistic
Yes.
tendencies.
Yes.
You know, ego. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying anymore. I can't talk.
Hypocrisy.
Y'all know this.
She can't talk. She can't read. Please donate. We can
And
buy
you
her a
too
leapfrog
can-
or something. For you too.
And you too can help this girl read.
Read and speak.
Yeah. We'll
Please.
get there. We'll get there.
Her husband doesn't know what to do anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They have to use pictures to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to point, right?
Yep.
Right?
Yep. That's right. That's right. Yeah, but I would love to hear anyone who listens to this. I would love to hear their feedback as well, and what they think of this. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always open to like hearing other people's side, especially if it's like the opposite of mine. It's just all I'm asking is make it make sense. Make me be like, oh, okay, maybe you do have a point. But so far,
Yes.
I haven't heard any real good arguments. And
Of course not.
citing the
It's probably
Bible
stupid.
is not a good argument. Immediately, I'd
No,
be like,
it is
girl,
not.
bye. That's not
Bye.
bye.
Get out of here. Because that's your belief. It's not anyone else's.
Yeah.
Because I will always argue, yes, I get that, but God did give us the choice to live our lives how we want and then pay the consequences later. So who are you to tell them?
Well, my immediate thought is, well, not everyone listens to the Bible, so what's your other argument?
That's true. Half of your people don't even read the Bible.
I can't
Fuck
read
out of here.
at all.
I can't.
But yeah, that's that on that. Recently there was a video that circulated on the internet about two girls. I think it's another podcast. I don't know who they are. I'm not gonna. I don't know who the. I don't know what video this is coming from either, or like where it's coming from. But I'm assuming it's a podcast. Where the two girls talking admitted that they don't wash their hands, that they made the conscious decision to not wash their hands anymore. Girl, girl, please tell me this is a joke.
I've seen it happen. Like when I go to cons, I will literally see somebody walk from their stall and out by the door.
Really?
It's disgusting.
Is there like a long line at the sink or something? I don't get it.
No. Even if there was, that is disgusting.
Yeah, it's
no. Like I've seen it happen myself.
Like these girls really wipe their ass and are like, I'm not gonna wash. What? I'm not gonna wash my hands. What? That's crazy to me.
That's disgusting.
That's so gross. Like,
this is how disease spreads.
Honestly, like I was about to say, live your life, but also, yeah.
No,
that's how disease spread.
That's disgusting because that actually affects other people.
Yeah. Yep.
No, that's gross. I was talking about this with my coworkers on Thursday. It was Thursday. And they were like, oh my god, yeah, like, I think somebody knew someone who didn't wash their hands when they were in their own home.
Yeah.
But that's so gross. Like, you have caca all over your house. Yeah. Caca particles. Like, come on.
Man. I know I've heard, like, Josh say, like, when he uses a restroom, men, like, just, they take a piss, they rinse their hands with, like, a little bit of water, and then they walk out. Girl, use that soap. It's there for a reason.
That is disgusting.
Really. Like, I don't know. I don't get it, man. Why are we letting these people, like, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm gonna say, but, like,
that's nasty. My husband washes his hands. I just want the world to know that he's good at washing.
That's good. I don't know. I feel like for this type of stuff, we should bring back, like, public shaming.
Yes, this is the one time you can public shame.
Yeah.
That's, like, why wouldn't you wash your hands? That's so nasty.
Yeah. It doesn't.
No one
wants poo-poo hands, girl.
No, nobody wants poo-poo.
Like, if you're, like, if you're just, like, touching yourself and you're by yourself forever,
that's fine.
That's fine. But you're probably in a relationship, you probably have family members that you hug and kiss and you do all these things. Like, girl, at least have the decency to wash your hands.
You got caca pee pee poo poo hands. That's nasty.
Caca pee pee poo poo.
Caca pee pee poo poo hands.
Honestly, that should have been the name of the podcast.
I'll tell IT.
Okay, we may be able to change it mid season.
Yeah, we can.
Anyways, anything else to say to these girls before we move on?
Wash your hands, bro. No seas cochina.
Yeah, please.
That's nasty. Please. I have questions like, do you go to the restroom and then like leave and then go eat food with your hands? Like, that is nasty.
Yeah. Do you like wipe and then immediately eat a salad? Does it give a flavor?
Yeah, like what?
Protein? I don't know. Alright, we're done?
I think,
we're done
wash your hands, bro. That's disgusting.
In conclusion, wash your hands.
In conclusion, please, just wash your hands. It only takes like a few seconds.
Literally.
And don't just like run your hands and then like close the faucet, like turn the water off or whatever. Yeah. Sing the happy birthday song like 3 times. Is that it? 2 times? I don't know.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done with this video. Alright, go to the next one.
Yeah, go to the next one.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
So the next video is of two people getting married,
Yeah.
and this is specifically the guy reading out his vows. And I don't want to. I don't want to play the video right now. We may like link it later. But he
Yeah.
essentially says that his like. Well, in the vows, he only mentions how good his wife is at sex, literally.
Yeah.
Before he even reads the vows, he's like with the photographer, I think, and the photographer is like, "Oh, what do you hope this marriage will bring to you?" And he was like, "I hope we have a lot of sex." That should have been the first red flag, girl.
Yep.
And I think he starts off by saying, when he's talking to his fiance or his wife now, he says the very first line. He says, keep my belly full and my balls empty. Now let's discuss this.
I would have. I would have walked out.
I'm like,
girl. I really hope this isn't a reflection of the kind of relationship that they'll have. I mean, this was not funny at all. Like, I thought it was really dumb.
Yeah, like, I was watching it. I felt disgusted. I felt cringe. Ultimately, I felt sorry for the woman. And, she's...
I really did.
Yeah. And I know she's, like, came out and said, like, oh, that's how we joke. I found it funny, blah, blah, blah. But, like, I don't know. I feel like if that's all a guy ever says about you, that she's good at sex, she's good at giving blowjobs, all these things, I feel like maybe he doesn't love you for the right reasons. I mean, that's just me. Maybe I'm wrong, and I hope to God that I am wrong, and they have a great marriage. But I wouldn't want my husband talking about me like that, especially in front of the whole family.
Yes. At our wedding, dude.
No, like if you're gonna joke. If you're gonna joke about this, joke in private, not in front of like my parents. Yeah. Don't be doing that.
No. Now, if she would have written her own vows that were like similar to his,
okay, then it obviously was like a joke.
Yes, but it was just him.
Yeah. And I think the worst part is apparently they have two daughters together that were there, and they heard that. Imagine hearing your father say that. I would have.
That's disgusting.
I would have disowned him.
Yep. Same.
What the fuck?
That's gross.
It's gross, man.
That's weird.
I
don't know. I just feel like it's so disrespectful.
Yeah, ultimately it's just disrespectful. I think if he said all this and then the second half was like, okay, I'm joking, but really I love you very much and I hope we have a successful marriage, then I'd be like, right? Oh, okay, they're just joking. Yeah, but he didn't mention any of that. He didn't mention how great she was, besides how great she was at sex. She didn't mention any of her like good quality. He didn't even mention any of her good qualities. It was, I don't know, it was weird.
It was real.
It was weird.
It was just so cringe. I don't know. It was.
It was weird, but ultimately,
I would have pulled her. I guess, but I would have pulled her and be like, "Bro, you sure? You sure about this?" Because
yeah, because I don't know. Sure? I'm getting weird vibes from this guy.
Two kids.
Yeah. Anyways, move on to the next post.
Let us know what you guys think about the hand washing and the guy.
Oh, for sure. Like, I want to see like points defending these people, and I want it to be like a good argument too.
Am I the asshole for refusing to delete a picture of me off Instagram that has my ex's dog in it? I have this Instagram post that I made nearly 2 years ago now of just me and a dog that happens to be my ex's. I think that it's actually a really good picture of me and don't want to take it down, but have gotten contacted twice now from them, basically saying that it bothers her, but I still have a picture with her dog posted and that I need to take it down. I've asked multiple people about this and no one else really thinks that it's that big of a deal, but want to make sure I'm not getting biased answers. The post also has no correlation to her other than it being her dog. She is not tagged, she's not in the post, her comments aren't on the post. To most people, it is just
Is she the
me and a
asshole?
random dog. This is one of the pettiest,
Yeah.
dumbest,
Girl, leave him alone.
girl, leave the man alone. Like, even if someone were to be like, isn't that your dog? She could just say, oh no,
girl,
that's his
lie.
dog, but they just look alike. I don't know,
Girl,
make it
it's
up.
2 years. Leave the man
Why
alone.
does it bug you?
My God.
Jeez. Dumbest. What's one of the dumbest things to get mad over? Like,
Oh,
she's
yeah, for sure.
obviously salty. Whatever happened, like, she's still salty about it. Like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah.
So, no, not the
Yeah.
asshole. You keep that picture
You're
of
not
it.
the
You feel good
asshole,
about it.
but your ex is dumb. I don't know. I feel like the ex is an asshole.
She dumb.
Also, why is she
asshole,
still lurking on your
right?
Instagram? You guys have
That's
broken
what
up
I'm
2 years ago. Girl, move on, girl.
Uh-huh.
Anyways,
Please. Hey.
we just thought that was funny.
Anywho.
Honestly, block her.
We just thought it was ridiculous.
Honest advice, block her.
Ridiculous.
Fuck, she sounds annoying.
For real.
Never.
Block and then never again. You know, I never understood why
true.
people just don't block people that are annoying. Like, what are they gonna do? Show up and say, like, why
Yep.
did you block me?
You heard
no,
it here.
just block them and be done with it.
Nope.
And then you'll never hear from them
Everybody.
again. You know how many people I've blocked? I've blocked my own family members because they can't stand them and all their BS.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, am I blocked?
Mom's side, though, not that. Dad doesn't like it. No. Yes.
Deleted.
Blocked. Reported. Yeah, dude, just block them. Problem solved. But yeah.
No,
that.
I hope the
Anything
dog
to
is
add
doing okay.
to that tale? I know, me too. I kind of want to see the
Alright,
dog
last
now.
post.
Love animals. Okay, last post. Am I the asshole for telling my boyfriend he can't go on his friend's bachelor trip? I, 24 female, have been dating my boyfriend, 25 male, for almost 3 years and lived together for 2. We have
You got it. You got it.
We have been. Anyway,
I
we have been
know,
to
she
2
can't
weddings.
write.
There's 2 halves in there. We have been to 2, and I can't read. We've been to 2 weddings together, and both have been friends of his from college that I have never met before. I was happy to go because I'm his partner, and I love to meet people that have been part of his life. This year, he's a groomsman in 2 weddings, and I have one of my college best friends' weddings. My friend's wedding is June, and we have been RSVP'd since February. Yesterday, my boyfriend found out that one of the bachelor parties for his buddy is the same weekend of my friend's wedding. I told him that he wouldn't be able to go because we have my friend's wedding. He told me that he has never met her and he was not going to miss his buddy's bachelor party for a random wedding. I told him that if we hadn't already RSVP'd for him, then things would be different. I'm very traditional when it comes to commitments on formal events. Now he's arguing that I'm not his mother and I don't make decisions for him. All I want is for my boyfriend to attend the wedding with me because we already committed to it before we knew about the bachelor party. But now, I'm wondering if I'm being an a-hole. So am I the a-hole? Edit. After reading comments, I see that the way I addressed it by saying he wouldn't be able to go was not the best way of approaching the conversation. He often forgets plans, and I have to remind him. We both RSVP'd together, so had originally agreed to go with me. The invite was addressed to my name and kid, not me, plus one.
Is she an asshole?
Damn, this one's hard because as someone who had a wedding where a lot of people just didn't show up after they RSVP'd,
yeah,
weddings are expensive. And if you already RSVP'd, like, I agree in the sense where, like, you already committed to this, they already, like, are counting you down, like, writing you down, like, to be part of it. I'm sure there were other people they wanted to invite because you RSVP'd and then you have to show up. Like, that's kind of messed up. That one of the bachelor parties for his buddy one of
Yeah,
the
meaning he
bachelor
could skip
parties, that
one,
means there's
right?
multiple. Yeah, so no, you're not being an asshole. If that's the
Yeah.
case, if that's what they meant to write or type,
Yeah.
then no, you're not being an a-hole. And then it's just a bachelor. Okay, coming from someone who doesn't care
Yeah.
about parties, like it's just a bachelor party.
Who cares?
Like who cares? Who cares? It's just a bachelor
Yeah,
party.
like
Like, what are y'all trying to go to? Like, if you're so like excited or upset because you're not going to be able to go see like
maybe
women
don't get
strip,
married
is that what
at
you're
that
going to
point.
do? I'm assuming that's what it is. And drink, maybe don't.
Yeah.
Right?
I
No,
think
I don't
in
think you're the
general,
a-hole.
bachelor parties and bachelorette parties, people act as if you can't party after you get married. I don't get it. Like, you know, it's like they're like, oh,
I
it's a
don't get it
last
either.
night to do what you want before you get married. I'm just like, do what you want, girl. Are you who are you who are you getting married to that
What
they
is
won't let
that?
you do what you want?
That's what I'm saying. And then like a lot of people have ruined
Cheating,
like their
essentially. Yeah.
relationships because they end up like cheating. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Shouldn't have
then
cheated in the
the
first
wedding's
place.
off, so then we'll look into the party.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think she's the.
Well, he
I don't think she's
mentions
the a-hole.
that he's not gonna miss a part. He's not gonna miss the bachelor party for a random wedding. So I'm curious how close the OP is with her friend. Because if it's like just some friend and your boyfriend's not going, I mean, to him it's like a random party. But
True.
also, if you're not really close to her and she's just a friend, then he can skip it, I guess. I don't think it's a big deal. But if it's like your sister, or
Oh,
your best friend, homie for life, I think that's a little bit different.
I think it says
Oh,
it's one of her college best friends.
it's like then I assume they are
So
close.
maybe they are close.
I don't know. Honestly, my first reaction was just like, go your separate ways. Like you'll be fine. Yeah, like
Yes.
it's
Like, do your own thing.
oh
I'm still mad about the RSVP though. Like,
yeah,
I don't know,
I
just
know.
because of what I went through with the RSVP and you guys. I don't know. You're right. They could do their own thing, but I do like the edit where it says, I see that the way I addressed it by saying he wouldn't be able to go. Maybe
Yeah.
she should have approached it a different way. You know, like, hey, like, remember we have this people also, but I don't know. I just
Like you
bachelor
can't be like,
parties are not
oh,
that
well,
big of
you're
a
not
deal.
going, girl. Girl, you can't be controlling people like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even if you are in a relationship, like.
No, you can't. Mm-hmm. I mean, I control mine. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Just kidding. But yeah, I don't know. So
No,
is she
she's
the
not the
asshole?
asshole.
I think y'all just need to compromise.
Almost 3 years together, and you can't compromise. Interesting.
Very interesting. Anything to add?
In conclusion, don't see your partner as someone that just gives you sex. See them as a person. Don't be homophobic. Don't be transphobic.
Yeah.
And compromise in your relationship, guys. You can do it. You just have to talk a little. You'll be fine.
You can.
Going to one party is not the end of the world.
But really talk.
Sorry.
No.
Or not going to one wedding is not the end of the world. You'll be fine. They'll forgive you.
No, it's not. Your relationship will.
Yeah, probably.
It'll be
hopefully.
Hopefully.
Honestly.
Y'all need to get your priorities straight. In conclusion, get your priorities straight. And we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Feel free to leave a bunch of comments.
Feel free to let us know
for
what
listening.
you guys think. If you agree, disagree, neither, both. I don't know. Do what you want, I guess.
Just do whatever you want.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
They're cousins and their wives. Don't you know they're the cousin wives? With all our money and I need to. Who knows what the hell they're gonna do? Don't wanna listen, well, it's true and bad. One of them laughs while the other gets mad. Check your man and check if it's butter. Cause this show ain't no like no other. It's cousin wives.